Continuing our conversations with big guys this week. Of course, we had Evan Martin from the football team. We go even bigger here with Jack Ray from the Navy lacrosse team. And what a season so far for you guys. I mean, you're literally, you go back and look at the film, probably 2.5 minutes of play away from being undefeated right now. Maybe have a top 5 ranking. You've gotten yourself, though, rolling right now. You're at the top of the league. You control your destiny in the Patriot League. Challenge this week as you get ready for Colgate, knowing there are goals beyond looking ahead, but you got to focus on the 60 minutes coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, I think Coach Soul and all the other coaches are doing a really good job of keeping our focus on Colgate. We have 2 great opponents coming up in Army and Maryland, but I think the key focus is, especially after the meeting we had yesterday, has been just like getting better every day. And if we want to achieve those goals, we can't waste a day in practice.
I was going to say 5 in a row now, and Coach has talked about it openly. You all have had successive weeks of just quality practices, even with that Lafayette game being thrown into the midweek on the makeup. What has it been like, Monday through Friday? Because that's really where a lot of the work goes in to the product we've seen on Saturdays.
I think it's been especially big because the kids who don't play as much on Saturdays have been really putting in the work. And they've been really challenging us every day and getting us better, especially as an offense.
For you as a freshman, 22 goals a year ago, and now at the top of the list again from this team. Saturday we saw even, most of your work comes from below the goal line and above. But this week we saw you get to face up a couple of times out there and try to get some shots away. Is that more of now the offense evolving and trying to do even more because you all have found some success 6-on-6 here this year?
Yeah, one of Coach Souls and Coach Phipps' thing is continually getting better, and I think they're just like trying to stay a little bit ahead of the pack, try to do a little different things here and there. I think we kind of are getting confidence doing our regular things because we're starting to go a little bit out of the bubble.
For you, instinctively, when you're being defended one-on-one, which doesn't happen a whole lot, when does that button go off in your mind that, hey, I think I've got a match up here as you maybe 2 or 3 yards below goal line extended, and you want to take somebody and try to make what has become a real patented move of strength for you in scoring on the crease?
I don't know. I just keep attacking my guy every time, and sometimes I'll get a step. It really helps when our middies are playing real well. They're beating their guys, and they're giving me a little more freedom back there where not all the attention's on me. They've been playing so well that, honestly, their teams are usually more worried about them. So, especially Casey and stuff, shooting so as well as he is, they're having less of a effort of covering, sliding quick to me, and that's helped out a lot.
I was going to say the sniper has been on fire of late. Is that almost a guaranteed look now, because you know there's a second body coming at you from somewhere? Is that almost a guaranteed look? Because now if somebody slides off of him, he's been deadly from 15 yards and in here of late. How much has that helped your offense now that you all have that kind of sniper in the midfield?
Oh, it's been incredible. When you got someone that can shoot from 15, 16 yards consistently like that, it opens up everywhere from people dodging to even the middle. They might start respecting Casey's shot more than TJ or someone else on the crease, and I think that if we start hitting them, then they'll have to pick their poison. So
how much do you all get jacked up too when you get transition goals? When you see Reese and Fennell coming with a head of steam, Jules Godino, we've seen him do it this year. Hiram Carter's come forward and made a terrific play in transition. John Trainor's been ridiculous in that defensive midfield doing that. DJ Plumer. When you've got so many weapons out there and you see those guys generate offense, how much does that give you all a lift during the course of a game?
I think it just makes it even that much more fun. Everyone's smiling, everyone's having a good time. When you see other dudes scoring, it gets everyone fired. When a pull comes down and sticks one, there's no better feeling.
For you all, now that you've gotten back to the top of the standings, do you all feel a sense of pressure, or are you guys basically taking ownership now that, hey, this is ours again to win here in the regular season? Because you obviously, if you can, you want to play the tournament on your home field.
Yeah, we haven't really thought about it because our coach has been really good on just keeping us focused on a day in, day out kind of basis. But, I think a lot of the kids are starting to realize, hey, let's go get this. It's not really a pressure. It's more of an excitement feeling.
You played at an unbelievable place for high school athletics at Don Bosco, where basically every day there was a demand for excellence there, where you wouldn't play because of the caliber of people you were playing with. How much did that prepare you for Division I athletics as a 3-time letterman in football and lacrosse?
Well, if you ask anyone on the team, I always talk about Bosca. I mean, it's one of the best places I've ever been. Like, great decision going there. Like, thank you to my parents for forcing me to go there. I love that. Love them for that. But I mean, I think that really shaped like how they really stress the day in and day out grind and how important it is to have preparation for certain events and stuff like that. I think that really shaped my like mindset going forward.
Obviously, a guy with your size, was there ever the challenge to play football, or were we always going to migrate toward lacrosse?
I mean, there's definitely a challenge. I know good old Coach still wants me to play football, but I think I don't know. I just like the game. Like I love lacrosse. Like obsessed with it. And then sometimes like my dad always told me, just follow your heart. Like do what you want to do, and here I am.
You know, as someone who has done nothing but win, you know, how difficult is it dealing with games, and how tough was it to bounce back from Hopkins and BU? Because as a team, it seems as if that's one thing that you all have done very well collectively. You've not let it snowball into another loss following that game.
I think it just like goes to the senior leaders. They've been really. I mean, even some of the juniors who played a lot, like they've been really like they really stress the importance of, all right, game happened. We gotta learn from our mistakes, but we got a bigger game on Saturday. So they've been doing an unbelievable job leading this team.
All right, big fella, appreciate the time. We'll see you Saturday against Colgate.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, Jack Ray joining us here as the Mids get set for Colgate. Remember, it's doubleheader action. Women at 1 and the men at 3:30 coming up on Saturday. Joe Miller and I will have the call on the radio starting at 3:15 p.m. And as always, for all the information on 33 varsity sports here at the Academy, go to www.navysports.com.